Welcome back to the Dugmer Junction Highfield Road YouTube channel. My name's Wayne, and today, if I bring him into shot, the subject is the Lima MK1 and some little improvements we can make to make it better. So, without further ado, let's get on with the video. So first things first is, like I said, I got a nice long rake here of the Lima Parcel Express coaches. I'm going to start by obviously separating them from the rake, then taking all the bogies off. And what we're going to do is remove all the D-link couplings on these, and we're going to replace them with these 3D prints, which are from Vectis models, and they are NEM sockets. They're really easy to install and put on the coaches, and they're a great little upgrade as well. So that'll be the first thing we'll do. So I'm going to go through the process now of how to install these for you, and I'll also leave links below in the video, so if you want to go out and purchase these yourself, you can buy these and obviously upgrade your stock yourself. So without further ado, let's get these coaches off the track, separate all the bogies from the body shells, and we'll make a start. Right, so here we go. So as you can see, there is a mass pile of bogies here ready to go. And if I just tilt the camera up that way, you can see what would appear like a pile of scrap coaches, but they're not, and they're just waiting obviously the bogies to be modified. So what I'm going to quickly do now is show you how you modify these. So first of all, I'm going to be using a Dremel to do my modification. You can use hand snips, but you have to be very careful because the plastic does break very easily on these, so I would advise a Dremel where possible. So first thing what you want to do is you need to, sorry, I'm just looking on the camera there, you need to cut along that line there to take the whole of the decoupling off. So that's what we're going to do first. Now you may find it easier if you remove these coupling hooks, but you can get away with doing it without removing them. So I'm going to now work on taking all of these off, these bogies, and then I'll come back to you once they've all been done to show you the finished, well, to show you the halfway point on these. So here's the first bogie done. So I believe it's this side. Yeah, so this is the end I've taken off. So as you can see, the D-link is now away. Like I said, the bogie, the other side of the hook is still attached, so it is possible to do it without removing it. But it does make the job easier if you don't have them on, I must admit. Keep these hooks if you can take them off. They can come in handy for something else if you've got a lot of Lima stuff in your fleet. I know I'll be salvaging a few of these before they all get, these Ds get thrown in the bin. So now you've got your bogie itself. What you've got to do is, if I can grab my cocktail sticks and show you, you now need to make a little incision and cut. So where this little square is here, you need to cut away the front bit of the plastic. So we'll do that next, and I'll show you what that looks like. Right, there you go. There's an example of one which has been done. Now, with your little NEM sockets, what you want to do is take the little bits of burrs of plastic away. So we'll just quickly do that. They come away really easy. Now you will find that these are still a little bit too big to fit in. Okay, so yeah, I've gone a bit far ahead. So basically what happened is, you can see there's the groove. I hope it's in focus. There's little grooves here you can see on these, and basically they need to go in that way with the groove facing down. But hopefully the camera will show you that hole is not quite, that square hole is quite not big enough yet to take that NEM socket. So I'm going to use the Dremel again and just cut a little bit further on this side and this side, and that will then allow me to get it the right way around to install this NEM socket on there like that. And then once you've obviously taken a bit more plastic away and you've determined that you've got enough and that will fit into the little socket there. I would just recommend either going over it with a little scalpel just to tidy it all up, and also a little file just to make it nice as well. So we use this one as an example, and I'll come back to you once I've done that. Right, so that's all been tidied up now. I have had to use a scalpel just to cut away to make the hole or the square a little bit bigger to accommodate the 3D printed part. And so let's make sure I've got the bogey the right way around. As you'll see now, if I put that in there, that sits in nice and flush. And I'll just turn it around so it's upside down so you can see how it all goes together. And you see that that 3D part will fit in there. So all you need to do now is quite simple. It's just super glue that in place. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you what it's like when I've done that. Right, so now the glue is dried, you can see that NEM socket 3D printed part is all snug on there. Well, I am just quickly showing you these actually. What I would probably just quickly say is that when you buy these 3D printed parts, you don't get the actual hooks with them. So you will need to obviously source some NEM hooks to obviously slot into these NEM sockets. So you have to get them separately. But here's one I prepared earlier. And yeah, you can see how they come out. And when you go and put them flush up against the underside of the coach and install them with the hook, you can then see that they sit in the right position. So a great little modification. I'm going to crack on now and do the rest of the bogies, and then I will show you when once the whole fleet is done, all hooked up together. And I'm sure you'll agree that they're a massive upgrade from the old D-link couplings. Just a very little quick tip I want to give you actually while I have been fitting these, which I thought about after I'd done the last piece to camera, but yeah, it is quite an important bit actually, to be fair. Now, I did say to you about leaving the gap there, and I said it wasn't, you know, it didn't matter if there was a little gap there, because they will line up okay anyway. However, I would recommend leaving that little gap, because if I can find one, the one I prepared earlier, wherever he's gone, here we go. When you put the NEM socket through, you can see on this particular example, there's a little gap. Now that is come out quite easy there, but you need a little gap behind it, so when you put the pocket in, it can come out the back side of it to obviously clip in. So this one, if anything, is probably too close. So yeah, if I just take this one out now and see, proof is in the pudding, as they say. This one's only just been glued in, so I might be making a bit of a rookie error here. Actually, let's grab another one. Hang on. Sorry to keep flitting around the camera. If I put that one in there, you see now that one fits in, and that's got the gap. So that's what you want. So just make sure you do leave about a mil gap, or just enough gap so you can get the coupling in okay. And that clips in nicely. All right. So there you go. That's what you want to do. Well, here is the finished article, as they say. And I think you probably agree that they give off a lot better appearance than the old D-link couplings. So I've now got them all hooked up. So if I just bring the rake forward, you can see they're all nice there, all done. Lovely jubbly. And there's a little bit of an imbalance there, that's because of the track work. They are actually in line. But yeah, these have been running around now for a fair while. And yeah, they all do as they should. So I think jobs are good in. What I'll do now is I'll just put a couple of running shots of a 50 pulling these around the layout. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget the links are below in the description where you can buy these from. And yeah, if you need any help or advice, by all means, let me know. Take care, everybody.